Your legislature is back in session. It's always a little nerve-wracking as we get going, knowing that we're well into 4 months of nonstop work. This year, there's going to be a great number of bills, many of them aimed at reforming our criminal justice system. There are few people better at their jobs than Sheriff Justin Smith, and it is a privilege to have him discuss some of those issues in Larimer County.
Our current county jail operation can house up to about 600 inmates. It's a facility that was constructed back in 1983 originally, and we've really hit a time now between the size of the population we have and the nature of the detainees we have that it was time for a jail improvement. And so the project we're working on currently we'll do a couple of things. One is really rebuild the infrastructure to make sure we have adequate space for mental health, medical services, food services, those kind of portions on the jail. And the other is to assure the type of beds we have are appropriate. We've actually seen a trend for some time that goes back to 2013 when there was a original revamping of Colorado's drug laws. There were changes that came through that took a lot of the cases that were felonies and made them misdemeanors at the time with the belief that they were going to reduce incarceration and reduce consequences. And what we've actually seen is a significant increase in drug usage and drug-related crimes. Despite the fact that fewer cases actually are classified as felonies, the felony drug cases have increased almost 400% in Larimer County, countywide over that period.
The data we collect is vital in understanding the effect of some of our legislation, bills like House Bill 19-1263, defelonizing the possession of personal amounts of drugs. One of the arguments we heard in favor of this bill was it would help alleviate high prison populations. The opposite is true, and in addition, we're seeing fewer addicts referred into treatment as part of a plea agreement. One of the other issues with that bill is that it exempts what's called personal use, 4 grams of substances like heroin, cocaine, methamphetamine, even fentanyl. A tiny amount of fentanyl, like 4 grams, amounts to thousands of lethal doses. Taking these to a misdemeanor offense isn't logical. This session will be offering a bill to repeal House Bill 19-1263 and return some common sense to the enforcement of dangerous drugs. While there's a need to reform how we go about drug interdiction and prosecution, legalizing possession in this way is a disservice to everyone in Colorado.
Experience simply tells me this bill, no matter how well intended, is going to make us a less safe community, a community with many more mental health problems out there. Some years ago, we really started asking questions as to understanding the population that we have in the jail, what needs they have, what's brought them to the facility, etc., and decided we needed better information. And not only did we need it, but we wanted to share that with the public so they had a better idea of what's the jail built to handle and what the representative population look like. So we've created a system that's publicly facing that provides information not strictly on the number of inmates that are in there and a breakdown by gender, but more importantly by the nature of why individuals are in there. It was a project that was spearheaded by our agency, but with tremendous assistance from the county information services group that was able to put this website together.
Sheriff Smith mentioned the Larimer County Jail Population Dashboard. It's the standard in Colorado and across the country in presenting a public view of jail capacity and use. Even more importantly, it provides the public with information to understand public safety in a format that's useful. Last year, we actually passed a bill to have all of Colorado's counties collect and submit the same type of data, so we have a uniform idea of what our jail and prison populations look like and can make decisions based on that information. The session is 4 months long. It's early mornings and late nights. But along the way, we'll bring you some stories about bills we are proposing, ones we are fighting, and some of the work we're helping get done for Loveland. As much time as it takes to do the work of the state in Denver, it is a constant reminder that I love where I live.